Hi, welcome back to my house. My name is Juan. I am your group fitness instructor and your personal trainer, and I hope that you're ready for another fun fitness class. Today we'll be using our chair, our band, and a pair of hand weights. For the first portion of our class, I am going to focus on lower body strength, and I also want to focus on balance, right? So we're going to be doing some exercises out of the chair that will challenge your balance, and they're designed to help strengthen those parts of your body that help us to have better balance. Before we do begin this exercise class or any exercise class, I always ask that you take a moment just to scan head to toe. How are you feeling? Is there anything that needs a little extra love or attention? Do you need to grab your oil can and lubricate something? Whatever it is that you think you need, I do want you to give yourself that, right? And just be aware of what your body wants to do today, which could be different than yesterday, could be different than tomorrow, right? Along those lines, remember that we all have different shape bodies. We all are a little bit unique, so our range of motion is going to differ. If your movements don't look exactly like mine, that's okay, but I do want you to pay attention to the form cues that I give you and the instructions, and just make sure that you stay within a safe version of the exercise for you. If you choose to keep yourself seated the whole time, that's fine. For this class, I do offer you options to be up out of your chair, and I encourage you to do as much of the class on your feet as you can. All right, I hope you're ready. We're gonna warm it up. All I'd like you to do, start with just some gentle shoulder rolls. We're gonna lift up, push them back, release down. Start nice and slow. Let's get just a couple more. Now bring both arms out at the sides of your body. Palms are facing forward. All we're going to do is we're going to hug. We open, hug. Bring your arms down, alternating rolls. Let's march. Now notice with my march, I did automatically go right into marching arms. If that's too much for you right now, you don't have to use your arms. Now we want to take this march into a V step. Front, front, back, back. Left leg, let's make that lead. Let's go to the right foot, 4, 4, 3. We're switching to the left side right here. And bring it right back to just a real basic march. Right in the middle. Now we're going to keep it in the march, but we're going to go wide, narrow. Left foot, let's lead here. Now let's bring our feet flat. Just the right side, we're tapping the toes. Up and down. Now, take it with tempo. Left side. Step touch. Now leave your legs nice and wide. We're going to soften our knees a little bit. I want you to just give me a big circle. Arms all the way up. We exhale, arms come all the way down. 2 more. Okay, folks, hopefully we're feeling more lubricated through all of our joints. We're feeling nice and warm. We're going to begin this workout. Let's all come to our chair. Now, we have done these before in previous classes, so I want you to kind of think back. Think of our version of a squat, right? Squat is very important because we're using full lower body strength. It's a very, very functional exercise, and you get to power both on the way up and power on the way down. If your knees don't like a whole lot of flexion and extension, then your version of a squat, you're going to stay in your seat, you're going to push down through your heels and act as if you're lifting out of the chair, but you're never going to actually move more than maybe a centimeter. So you literally just barely lift. You barely lift. But in the action of pressing your weight through your heels, you are contracting the whole top half of your thighs. So your quadriceps are working. For my friends whose knees don't mind the flexion and extension and who do want the full benefit of the exercise, all we're going to do is sit to stand. So we're sitting, join me, we're going to come up, we're going to tap back. We're doing 10 of these. Five remain. 4. Stay seated here. That was 10. Whew, take a few deep breaths. Now you'll notice that I remained in control of the movement the whole time. So everything that we do, every single exercise, both the positive and the negative work are equally as important. So I always want you to think like maybe a 1-2 count doing one, 1-2 count doing the other one. Okay? Whew. Come on up on your feet. We're going to come to the right side of our chair. It's a standing hip flexion. So we're going to put all of our weight in our left leg. We're going to lift our right leg right here. Knee is up at hip height. All I would like for you to do, lift, lift. And take a break. So we got that flexion on our right hip, and we got that stability work in our left leg. Double whammy, right? So we come over to the left side of our chair, so we can do the same thing on the other side. All of the weight comes into your right leg as your left leg lifts. Knees up at hip height. Let's go, flex, so we lift. 9. We've got 4, 3. Nice work. Go ahead and do me a favor. Shift your weight side to side, pushing your hips side to side. giving yourself a little active recovery up in your hips. So now we have some more very specific balance work here. I'm going to come to the right side of my chair. Now I'm going to be close enough to my chair where I can hold on if I need to, but I am going to not hold on, okay? They're multi-planar taps. So I'm standing on my left leg. My right foot, I'm just going to tap up, out, back, across, up, out, back, across. Use your arms as counterbalances if you need to. Hold on to the chair with one hand if you need to. But I do want you to challenge yourself, and I want you to tap in every direction and maybe kind of go crazy with the directions. Don't follow any specific order. Go out, tap across, tap back, tap across, tap out, tap up, tap across, tap out, tap back, up, back, across, out, up, back, across, 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 together. How is that? That was amazing, right? So amazing, we're going to do on the other side. So I do want you to come rotate to the other side of your chair. That way you have space for your left leg to do these taps, but you're still close enough to your chair where you can hold on if you need to. Again, the goal is to be able to do these without holding on. So if you are at that point and you don't have to hold on right now, don't. But still stay close enough where you could if you needed to, okay? We're standing on our right leg. Let's tap up, out, back, across, up, out, back, across, up, out, back, across, up, out, back. Now we randomize it. Out, up, out, across, back, out, back, out, back, across, up, across, out, back, up, back, up, out, 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 across, back, up, out, across, up, and together. Nice work. Hopefully you're seeing the utility in this, and I hope that with every consecutive tap, it gets a little bit easier for you, okay? And if it doesn't, don't worry about it. It will one day. Doesn't have to be today. Folks, we're going to continue along the lines of this single leg kind of stability work. Now, I rotated my chair so that you can see my profile. You can see what's going on here. I want you to just stand behind your chair. You're going to step one. You're going to keep one foot right behind the chair. You're going to bend that knee a little bit. The other leg, you're going to extend behind you. So you're in what we call a split stance. From this split stance, the rear leg, all I'm going to do is lift up into a calf raise. Release down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Bring your both feet together so we're standing right behind the chair. Let's repeat the same thing, left leg. So now your right leg stays up, close to the chair. Your left leg goes back. And let's go ahead and lift. We're going to lift that heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, bring both feet together. Maybe give yourself a couple heel taps each side. Good. Little active recovery. That was our circuit. We're going to repeat that 2 times. Let's come back to our chair. Have a seat in your chair. We have our sit to stand, so remember that this is our version of a squat. Take a deep breath. Remembering that you don't have to ever actually get out of the chair if you don't want to, but let's go for it. We have 10. Slowly bring yourself down. 9. Slowly release yourself to the chair. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Come on, have a seat. Nice work. Come on up. We're going to come to the right side of our chair. Now, this is our second time doing these exercises. So, if you feel like your balance is a little better and you don't have to hold on to the chair, we're going to lift our right knee. With or without holding on. Just pulse up 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Did you feel those? I felt those. Those felt extreme. Okay, we're on the left side of our chair because I want you to have that chair to hold on to if you need it. Lifting our left knee. Let's go, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! I almost had to grab the chair on that one. Shake out your legs. I'm sure they're feeling tight. Okay, folks, we're on the right side of our chair again. We have those taps, right? Let's go ahead and start in the front like we did on our previous set. We go up, out, back, across. Up, out, back, across. Up, out, back, across. One more time, this way. Out, back, across. Let's reverse it. Back, out, up, across, back, out, up, across, back, up, back, out, back, up, back, across, out, across, together. Nice work. Other side. Okay, we're up, out, back, across, up, out, back, across. Notice how I use my hands too, right? So I'm kind of moving my hands around because they help me balance. Out, back, across, take it backwards, back, out, up, across, back, out, up, across, back, out, up, across, up, back, up, back, across, out, across, back, up, across, together. Good. Okay, we have those single leg calf raises. Let me move my chair. So again, we are in a split stance. Now, I'm actually gonna do these at a slight angle on this one because I want to give you another option. Remember, your first option was to be right here, right? Holding on to the chair. Now, if you do feel like you want to progress this just a little bit, I want you to come next to your chair, but release it. Bring your arms up. Let's go ahead and lift. I have my left leg back right now, so let's go ahead and lift our calves. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Remembering you could always hold on. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Step up, stand up nice and tall. Switch legs. So now my left leg is going back. My right leg is going back, rather. Just copy me. My brain isn't always up to speed. So, opposite leg from what you just did. Holding on or not holding on. Let's go 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. March in place. Tap those heels. Take that active recovery. If you have your water near you, which I really hope you do, maybe now is a good quick time to take a sip. Okay, let's finish this. Final set, then we get to move on. So let's all have a seat. Now, remember, you already have been given two options. Option number one, you're pressing down into your heels, barely lifting yourself, barely even moving off of the chair, but feeling the full activation on the top of your thighs. Option two, you're actually coming all the way up out of your chair while also controlling yourself as you come back down onto your seat. Option three, we're going to come all the way up, but we're going to come back down and not actually touch. So I'm going to stay in a chair squat. Lift. Keeping my chest lifted, I'm almost sitting, but I'm not. Let's get 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Woo! That felt juicy. Okay, we're up on our feet. Remember, the chair is your friend. So use it for balance if you need to. I'm going to refrain. So, lift your right leg. Ooh, is that what happened? I had to catch myself. Lift your right leg, knee is up at hip height, and let's pulse. 10, 9, 8, use your arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. At this point, you should really be feeling everything. Okay. Same thing. Left leg. Lift it. Let's go. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Just tap, tap, tap. Okay, we have those multiplanar taps. So it's going to be completely random on this one. We'll start, right leg is in motion. Take your right leg, step back, step across, out, up, across, back, out, up, back, out, across, out, up, back, up, back, across, out, across, up, across, back, across, out, together. Other leg. Let's start across, out, across, out, up, back, up, across, out, back, up, across, out, across, back, up, back, out, together. Well done, folks. Let's finish this all off with our calf raises. Come behind your chair, right leg steps back. Let's go ahead and just lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one coming up. Nice. Step your feet together. Let's take our left leg back. And we lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Yes. Really great job, folks. We finished that lower body circuit. Hopefully you're all feeling more balanced. Hopefully you're feeling a little stronger. Grab your water. Folks, guess what? Before our lower body cools down too much, I have a little challenge for everyone. Stand on both of your feet, flat feet. Now from this position where we're flat on our feet, with both feet on the ground, bring both of your hands out in front. Pretend like you're holding a water gun, right? Point it at me. Now, take this water gun, point to the right side of the room, twisting through your torso. Your feet haven't left the ground. Let your eyes follow your gun. Come back to the front. Now let's point to the left side of the room. Let your gaze follow where you're pointing. Bring it back to center. Now, lift your right foot just a little bit. So you're standing on your left. Just right here. How many of us are feeling balanced? If you're challenged, tap down, lift, tap down. Maybe just leave your toes on the floor, but keep your heel lifted, right? But here's the challenge. Still pointing, leg lifted. Now twist, keeping your gaze at the tip of your fingertips. Twist to the right side of the room. It's not as easy, right? Point forward. Rest. Ooh. That was challenging, right? Other side, point to me. Lift your left leg. Remember, if this doesn't work and you have to keep your toe down, keep your heel lifted. If not, lift the leg. Point to the left side of the room. Come back to center. Release everything. We're on our feet. Stand. What happens, we're not going to point on this one. Keep your arms at your sides, like maybe out, maybe down, but lift your right leg. Just find your balance here. What happens if you close your eyes? Embrace or brace through your core. Turn on your abdominal muscles. It helps. All right, bring both feet down to the ground. That was challenging, right? When we take away our vision, our balance becomes no good, no bueno. But let's try and get your leg. Lift your left leg. Close your eyes. Keep your core nice and tight. Use your arms to balance you. Release. Challenging. Yeah. Okay, folks. Every once in a while, it's nice to have a humbling exercise like showing us how bad our balance is. We're on our feet. We're moving to our upper body. You know what my favorite exercise is for our upper body? Say it. Push-ups. Find your wall. Find your sofa. Find your countertop. Whatever you're going to use today. Remember, your hands, we're going to start with our hands at about shoulder distance apart. When we do lower ourselves down for the push-up, elbows stay close to the body, so they're not flared out, they're down. If I had a protractor and I was measuring, my elbows should be at about a 45-degree angle in relation to my body, okay? It doesn't have to be precise, but it should be approximate. Let's find the spot that we're going to use. Step your feet back. Keep your body in a nice line so it looks like you're in a plank. And let's get these moving planks, aka push-ups in action. We've got 10 of them. Let's go. Lower yourself towards your platform. Push. Inhale as you approach the wall or your sofa. Exhale as you push away. We have 2 more. Nice, come on up. How did those feel? Hopefully they felt good. And I'm hoping that with time, your push-ups are getting better. By now, we've been doing these exercises together for maybe like 5 months. It's been a little while, right? So, ideally, if you started on the wall, maybe you've at least walked your feet a little further back and got a little lower on the wall. Maybe you are on the back of your sofa. Maybe you're not, and that's okay. Grab your band. We're going to wrap on each side of the band. I want you to wrap your hands. That way the band is secured in your hand. It's not going anywhere. We're doing our bow and arrow. We're going to work the right side first. So I want you to point to the left side of the room. Left arm comes extended out. Your right arm, you're just going to pull back as if you're pulling a bow and arrow. Slowly release. You're going to feel this exercise on the back of your right shoulder and around your shoulder blade. So it's the posterior deltoid, it's the rhomboid. That's where we're working. We have 5 remaining. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. without releasing the band. All we're doing is switching which hand goes where. So now right arm is extended, left arm pull. 10. It's like you're pulling back the bow and arrow, right? 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One last one. Nice. We're going to leave the band on the back of our chair. Come down onto your seat if you're not there already. All I want us to do is come close to where our hand weights are and reach for your weights. Whenever we do reach down, remember to keep your head above your heart. And remember that you can lean into your thighs. So lean into your thighs as you come down. Now, like every exercise, except for the push-up, you can do these in your seat. But I do encourage you to come up out of your seat. We're working upper back this time. So slightly different angle than what we just did with our bow and arrow. It's an upright row. So your weights are in front of your body, your knuckles are facing me. I want you to start by standing neutral, roll your shoulders up and back. From here, imagine that you're a marionette, right? And you have strings attached to your elbows. The strings are getting pulled straight up, so you're gonna lift. Here, release. Shh. Shh. 5 remain. Here's 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Let's put our weights on our chair. Let's gently roll our shoulders up and forward. One more. Okay, we are back at the top of our rotation. So we have our push-ups. Coming over to, again, remember you have the wall to kick from, you have any countertop, or you have like the back of the sofa. I never ever recommend that you use a chair, because when you are in that position on a chair, it's really, really likely that it could slip or slide away. I don't want anyone hurting themselves. Safety is always first. Okay, so we're going to come onto our platform. My sofa is very cushiony, so I always have to kind of push in it, or push it down. We're going to bring our body into that nice plank position. Remember where your elbows are. Remember to take a deep breath, and let's go for it. Down. Exhale up. Shh. We have 5 remaining. Two more. Do it. Let's finish strong. Nice work. Come on up. Reach for your bands. So we have our bow and arrows again. Now, on the first set, I only wrapped once on each side, right? Now, for me, and maybe for some of you, we might need a little more challenge. So if that's the case, maybe only on one side, you wrap twice. On the other side, just wrap once, right? So that way it makes the portion of the band that will be moving a little bit tighter. So let's start with our bow and arrow pointing over to the left side so that our right upper body is doing the work. Let's pull. 10, 9, really pulling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Target has moved. We're now pointing to the right side of the room. So left arm, let's pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Release your band. Let's trade our band for our hand weights. Take a few deep breaths. And let's get those upright rows. Remembering that the palms of our hand is facing back towards our body. Knuckles are always facing forward. And I would say the primary movement here is in our elbow joint. So row all the way up. Pull those elbows all the way up. Slowly release down. Five remain. Here's 3, 2, last one. As high as you can go and release. Good, let's leave the weights on our chair again. Alternating shoulder rolls. Almost like it's a dance, right? Now let's roll forward. Okay, we have one final set of these exercises. Let's go for it. Now, because this is our last one, how would we challenge yourself with the push-ups? How would we make this a little more difficult? Aside from going onto the floor, we're not doing that, not today. Well, if you're on the wall, you could change the angle by maybe coming to the sofa, right? So find a platform that's a little lower. That is one really, really excellent way to make it more difficult. If you're on your sofa already, and this is the only realistic, stable point where we can be, what would we do? Maybe we want to take our hands from shoulder distance apart, wider. I'm sorry, not wider, more narrow. I'm telling you, my brain today, it's not following what my body's doing. If you bring your hands closer, it brings the work a little more in your triceps and really focuses on a different portion of your chest. But what it does is it takes a lot of the power out of your shoulders. That's an option if you want to try it. You pick where you're going to be. Body still remains in plank. Let's all count together, shall we? We go down. That's 10. 9. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Did that feel more challenging? I know for me, I felt it a little bit more. That's good. Let's grab our band. With this being our final set, we know how to make this one harder, right? Give yourself a less of moving band. Okay, I'm gonna regret this. Let's go, point your arrow. Right arm, pull it back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Other side. Let's jump right into it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Carefully unwrap your band. Whoa. Did those feel challenging to you? They felt challenging to me. Okay, we're going to finish our upright rows. Knuckles are facing forward. Shoulders are not lifted, right? They're neutral. Now, I'm taking my weights a little further apart than where they were before. Before they were right in front of my body. Now, they're a little closer to the side of my body. Elbows are coming up. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Let's leave those weights on our chair. Let's roll our shoulders up and back. We're back where we started, right? Remember? We started here with our shoulder rolls. Now let's roll up and forward. Bring both of your arms out, open nice and wide. Now, being very aware of what's going on in our shoulders, I want you to cross, take your right arm, cross your midline. Don't let your right shoulder lift. Keep it from going there, keep it down. Now, with your left hand, gently support the back of your right arm, pull, so we get a nice stretch on the back of our right shoulder. Try your best not to be here. Shoulders don't make good earrings. Pull it away. Release. Left arm out, keeping the shoulder from lifting. Cross, gently pull. Good. Folks, have a seat in your chair. We're right at the front half of our chair. Reach back. So we're grabbing the back of our chair. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest out. Now lean slightly forward, so you really open up through your chest. And release that. Folks, right heel comes out in front of our body. Both of your hands lean into your left thigh. Hinge from your waist, lean slightly forward. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of your right leg. Now, if you have the flexibility, reach for your toes. Pull them back. Release there, push off of your thigh. Slide your right heel in, slide your left heel out. Leaning into your right thigh, hinge from your waist forward. Keeping full extension in your left leg. Now reach for the toes on your left foot. Pull them back. Push off of your right thigh, come back up. Slide your left heel in. Sitting nice and tall. Take a deep breath, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down onto your thighs. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, drop your chest towards your lap. Inhale, roll up through your spine. Exhale, just relax. Inhale, both hands go to prayer. Exhale, both hands come down to heart center. Folks, join me in making a heart. You know how I love to end it. I leave you with my love and my respect. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care.